most evil person you've ever met? My senior year in high school, we had this nurse at our small town clinic named Rachel who everyone loved. She was like 35, always smiling, and had this gentle voice that made you feel better just hearing it. When my grandpa got really sick with pneumonia and had to stay overnight for observation, she was his nurse. The thing about Rachel was she had this reputation for being amazing in emergencies. Like, she'd catch things other people missed. Patients would come in stable, then suddenly crash, and Rachel would be right there to save them. The local newspaper even did a story about her called Angel in Scrubs because she'd saved so many lives. But something felt off to me that night I stayed with Grandpa. Around midnight, Rachel came in to give him his regular meds. Nothing weird about that. But then she pulled out this extra syringe and said it was something new the doctor ordered for his breathing. Grandpa was half asleep and didn't question it. She injected it into his IV line, patted his arm and said, "Don't worry, Mr. Peterson. I'll check on you in a bit." Then she left. I was texting on my phone, not really paying attention. About 20 minutes later, Grandpa started making these weird choking sounds. His monitor started beeping like crazy. I hit the call button and Rachel came rushing in, looking all concerned and heroic. She called for the emergency team and started doing all this life-saving stuff. They stabilized him and everyone was praising Rachel for her quick thinking. The doctor said if she hadn't been there, Grandpa might not have made it, but I kept thinking about that extra shot she gave him right before he crashed. I started paying more attention after that. The next day, I watched her with other patients. Same thing happened with this old lady named Mrs. Chen in room 12. Rachel gave her something for her heart. Then 20 minutes later, the lady coded. Rachel saved her too. I felt crazy thinking this, but I started writing stuff down. Times, what Rachel said, what happened next. My phone died that first night, but I borrowed a charger and started recording audio when she wasn't looking. 3 more patients crashed on Rachel's shift that week. 3 more miraculous saves. The hospital staff was talking about giving her some kind of award. On Friday night, I pretended to be asleep when Rachel came in. I had my phone hidden under the blanket, recording. She gave Grandpa his normal pills, then pulled out that extra syringe again. But this time she whispered something that made my blood run cold. "Just a little closer to the edge, and then I'll bring you right back." She injected whatever it was, then looked at her watch and sat down, like she was waiting for something to happen. I wanted to scream, but I was too scared. What if no one believed me? What if she tried to hurt Grandpa worse? 15 minutes later, Grandpa's breathing got shallow and his heart rate spiked. Rachel jumped up, hit the emergency button, and started doing CPR. The team rushed in and she directed them like some kind of superhero, but I had it all on recording. After Grandpa was stable, I snuck out and called my dad. He thought I was being paranoid at first, but when I played him the recording, his face went white. We called the police that same night. The investigation took 3 months. Turns out Rachel had been doing this for 2 years. She'd inject patients with just enough medication to cause cardiac episodes or breathing problems, then save them. The families would thank her, the doctors would praise her, and she'd get this rush from being the hero. They found a whole scrapbook in her car, newspaper clippings about her saves, thank you cards from families, even photos of herself with patients she'd rescued. She'd written little notes next to each one like, "Another life saved," and "I'm their guardian angel." The worst part? She wasn't even trying to kill anyone. She was just playing with people's lives for attention. She'd calculated exactly how much to give each person based on their age and condition. Like she was playing some sick video game where she got points for dramatic rescues. Rachel got arrested and charged with 12 counts of aggravated assault. Not attempted murder, because the prosecutor said she wasn't trying to actually kill anyone, just hurt them enough to look like a hero when she fixed it.